Half a day and welcome to our session, Ekungok Estoria-ta, Listen to Our Stories, Historic Sites Education Series, a partnership project between Guam Preservation Trust and the Guam Department of Education CHamoru Studies Special Projects Division. Have you heard the following songs and listened carefully to their lyrics? Born in the USA, Rocky Mountain High, House of the Rising Sun. How about Inarahan by Kalapana or Tin House by the Sea by Ruby Santos? Do you notice what these songs have in common? These songs are all about places. Songs may invoke senses of meaning, emotion, and even mystery. Songs can convey information or legends about a place, like the song Deep in the Heart of Texas, a structure like the nursery rhyme London Bridge is Falling Down, or a landscape such as Oh Beautiful for Spacious Skies for Amber Waves of Green. These ideas were the inspiration for Ekungok Estoria-ta Historic Sites Educational Series. Ekungok Estoria-ta Listen to Our Stories is a Guam Preservation Trust project that brings this type of narrative to the local level to transmit important lessons of Guam's history and to assist in the preservation through use of our CHamoru language. How can we tie it in? To bring this idea to fruition, GPT engaged in partnerships nationally and locally. First, we responded to an opportunity to apply for a grant from the National Trust for Historic Preservation, Richard and Julia Moe Family Fund, whose goal is to fund projects that test creative, innovative breakthrough ideas and strategies. To guide us with our grant application, we look to GPT's vision statement that historic preservation on Guam is a public responsibility that is shared through education, cooperation, and advocacy, all linking to Guam's cultural heritage. Lastly, and equally important, we partnered with the Guam GDOE CHamoru Studies and Special Projects Division to support their mission to provide and implement educational programs that will revive and maintain the language and culture of the indigenous people of Guam. This project is a result of maximizing the synergies among GPT, GDOE, and NTHP. To assist us in putting this project together, we asked ourselves, what do we know about historic sites, the CHamoru language, and music? We know that historic sites have treasured stories behind them. In Guam, there is a need to find innovative ways to incorporate our CHamoru language and to perpetuate and preserve the telling of these stories. GPT and other organizations have advocated for place-based learning with the creative use of music sung in our CHamoru language. Lastly, songs are a useful tool to learn languages. They contain authentic language, provide vocabulary, grammar, and cultural aspects, and are fun for students. GPT tied historic preservation, community responsibility, language preservation, and songs through Ekungok Estoria-ta. There are 4 components that make this project a collaborative one. First, professional development for teachers is conducted, history methods, to teach them how to create place-based learning plans. Teachers visited the 10 sites and discussed the best way to present the lesson. Next, teachers began to write their narrative in CHamoru and to see how their narrative, lessons, and sample activities align with GDOE curriculum standards. I-CAN statements, lesson objectives, and suggested vocabulary to master and understand were developed. Third, the completed narrative was provided to the musicians who would synthesize the story to develop unique and original lyrics and accompanying melodies. Afterward, this music is shared with cultural dancers to enhance the transmission of the song and story. The songs and dances are professionally recorded. Finally, everything, the narrative, dance, and song are returned to GPT, where it is packaged for distribution digitally and in print form to be returned to the teachers. The teachers are now tasked to implement the project in their classroom and to also train other teachers on how to use their developed lesson plans. As a side note, originally part of the project was to provide a field trip for each of the CHamoru teachers to bring their students to the site and have the teachers also teach at the site. With the current public health emergency, we had to rethink how to do this and are now developing a virtual field trip that incorporates the narrative, song, and dance with scenes of the historic site. For this first series, the sites included Atsufuha, Campanazon Malesso, Forte Nuestra Señora de la Soledad Zan Isengsong Humata, Guma Congreso Legislatura en Guahan, Guma Jose Pangilinan Nuhan, Isengsong Litekzen, Conventon Malesso, Pali Diego Luis de San Vitores, Plaza de España, Zan Isengsong Inalahan. The outcomes. This community-driven project can now be used as a public resource and increase the capacity for Chamorro language teachers and learners to teach, speak, and enjoy learning about Guam history in the Chamorro language. It also assists the indigenous community learn about a place heard in their language to evoke for them greater meaning, emotion, and even mystery. The completed outcomes are available online at www.pacificpreservation.org/EIE. Lastly, EIE received additional grant funding to complete a second series with an additional 10 sites and to record with PBS Guam a virtual field trip presentation. Displayed before you is a walkthrough of the website found online at www.pacificpreservation.org/EIE. Visitors are able to read the background information about this project and browse the 10 lesson plans available for this first series. The Sites and Songs section of the webpage makes each recording available for streaming and downloading. The lyrics and guitar chords for these songs are found on the back cover of each corresponding lesson plan. We also place special recognition to the lesson plan authors who are dedicated Chamorro language educators in our Guam GDOE schools. The final element for this project is a combined set of lesson plans, which is in its final stage of editing in preparation for publishing. Illustrated before you is the lesson plan of the historic 1911 Jose P. Lujan House in Hagåtña by Julie Garcia. This set includes the Chamorro narrative seen in the second slide and the suggested vocabulary list on the third slide. Also provided are lesson objectives, I can statements, content standards and performance indicators, and lastly, the lyrics and guitar chords to the song. Next, we call in Senora Rufina Mendiola for her segment on content standards and performance indicators, which are used to guide the teachers in their lesson plan development. Before we go today, we would like to share with you a sample recording of the song based on the narrative for the Plaza de España.
Maila de Ekungok Estoria-ta Plaza de España. Destina lugar de palacio gobierno de tiempo español. Mega significante capital Hagåtña. Ekungok Estoria-ta Plaza de España. Igi mahatin mapupulo iramenta para i-Plaza de España. Igi matsukulati mahusa para pandumanya Zani Mirnanda. Iazudea kaigi santati para funksyon zan aktibidad. Ikios ko zan kanyon mahusa para celebration official. Ekungok Estoria-ta Plaza de España. Sumengot po fresco and go bonito na lugar. Mega na historia gaigi kapital Hagåtña. Ekungok Estoria-ta Espanya. Mega na turista magvisisita sa mausa para pandanya. Y Plaza de España sumengat fresco dan bonito na lugar. Ekungok de Estoria, di Plaza de España. Sumengat fresco dan bonito na lugar. Mega na historia gaigi kapitan agaknya. Ekungok de Estoria, di Plaza de España.